Hi everyone, welcome back to Scout Models with Mike, and we have issue number 2 of Go Go Power Rangers Megasord. Yes, that's right. In this section, we are going to be doing the head and helmet. Now, there are various pieces in here that they've included. We don't actually get to assemble them in this issue, and I'll go into that a little bit later on. But we're going to be putting various sections together, including this lovely little sensor that's going to be in the top of the hat. As you can see, the plug-in section is just on that red part there, and then we're going to be basically having it look like that. So the pieces that I'm referring to that we weren't going to be using in this issue are these lower parts down here. So all the ones that you see at the top, they're the pieces that we're going to be using, and then obviously the ones at the bottom are the ones that we're not going to be using. So that's what that looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to whiz through the magazine. As you can see, Bones, a combat skeleton. Wow. And as you can see, various bits and bobs and the origin of the Power Rangers, and it goes into how the phenomenon was created by the remarkable Japanese television, the Super Sentai franchise, apparently. So yeah, apparently Saban, who was responsible for adapting the Super Sentai franchise phenomenon for a Western audience, creating the Power Rangers saga. Who is your favourite Ranger? Let me know in the comments below. My favourite has to be the blue. So let's get into this lovely section and see what we have to do in today's issue. Okay, so let's get this right the way down, and what we're going to do is first things first, we're going to be fixing the helmet to the crest. So this would be the crest section, I should imagine, and we actually get this little section here which is gonna come off with this. You've got protective film on here, so we're going to take that off a bit. I'm just going to move this because I had this problem yesterday when I was filming and I felt like half of it weren't in frame. So we're going to just take this little part here off. As you can see, it looks really lovely, and we're going to turn these over. So as you can see, we're going to have the pointed section that's going to face the where this long section is, and you've got two holes that are going to marry up with the two holes here. There is a central hole, and I imagine that the sensor's probably going to go through the top of there. I suspect, because there's obviously a hole for something there. Okay, so that's our little section here. Now we are provided with 3 packs of screws. Okay, so we do actually have 2.4 PM screws, and you've also got 2.15 PMB and 2.16. Now, just to point out that the I was under the impression that we get 3 packs, but they've actually put 2 different sizes. You see, we've got a silver and a black in there, so just be mindful if you're panicking where's the other pack. They've actually included it in one of them for you. So what we need to do is get our little black screws here, and we're going to get the first screw here and secure this into the crest, the crest itself, and that is going to go. I've lost my script. Oh, it's there. Look, it's on the end of the on the end of the screwdriver there. We're going to secure that one in first. That's the first one. Turn that. I like the way it just sort of like sits up on its own. It's quite cool. And we'll get the second one in as well, which is this little section here. Whoops, just fell off my screw there. I would normally use my PH screwdriver, but I can't remember where I put it. It's around here somewhere, but I'll get it for next time. And that's the second one. So as you can see, this is already starting to take shape in all its glory. Very Ladybird bug vibe with the black and red there, and absolutely wonderful. Right, next we're going to put this little section that goes onto this. This is actually a push fit connection, so you don't actually screw this in. You'll notice that there's a little hole there, and what's going to happen is that's going to marry up to this little hole up here. So you're basically going to push that into there, and hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm just checking because there was, Yeah, that must be that hole, because there's no other hole for that too. If I get it round the right way. There we go. So that connects into there. So basically there was a pin up here, and there must have been a pin there for that to go into, but you just click that into place like so. So it is really starting to take shape here with the helmet of Megasord already. Absolutely beautiful. Let's pop that over to one side. The next section, what we're going to do is bring that back in, because I've left a screw out. And I thought that was a push fit, but yeah, it's actually screwed in. So maybe it's push fit for this section, and then obviously they just like to reinforce it a bit with a screw. So yeah, apologies about that, made a mistake there. I thought it was push fit. Okay, so now we can finally move that on. And the next section, these are actually metal, okay, these two parts here. So you see, very metal vibe, which is lovely. It says a mixture of plastic and metal, which is very lovely indeed. We're going to turn this around that way, and then we're going to have this section here which will hold that sensor. You want to have it so the circle's here, okay, and then we're going to basically put this onto these two holes here. So as you can see, we're going to feed that in onto there, and then it will hook into that position like so. I hope nothing has to go through the back there, because it's actually oh wow, that's interesting. Aha. Right, let's just take a minute here. So you see there, that's all sealed in, right? You can see there's no hole. Now looking on the back of this, we might have to take a revisit of this and strip this down, because if something goes through there, they've not drilled out the hole properly. So we might have to get a drill through that, because I have got a feeling something goes through that, because you've obviously got this section here. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling like something must connect there, because they wouldn't have put a hole there if nothing's there to put it in. That is very interesting. Well, we'll screw it together, and then we might have to take a revisit to that. That is, wow, yeah, very, very intriguing there. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, in the manual it doesn't really show anything going through there, but we'll just have to wait and see if anything does. Well, that gives us a job to do in this. I love it when you get to like mod it in some ways. Okay, so we're going to put a 2.4mm screw through here. I think, hang on a minute, let's just take that out a minute, because I think we've got the wrong screw for that. Is that, I think they were the right screw, you know, but it's just they've got like a little, you see that little round head part, but then on here they haven't got that. So yeah, interesting people, interesting. So we'll pop that in anyway. Okay, so that's going to go through here. Actually gets screwed in from the top. So there we go. That's one, and then we get another part that goes through here and secures that onto the lower section. But yeah, I'm really intrigued about that hole now, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, lovely. So next, once we've done that, this is where the fun part comes in, because we get this lovely little sensor and we get to put that into there. So basically you're going to have this lovely, you see that little like U sort of shape there, that's going to go into there so that the sensor can lie into that bedding part there. We're going to feed this little connection through the hole, because a wire will be plugged into that a little later on in future issues. So let's get ourselves a 2.5mm screw. These actually have the little head on there as well, so yeah, okay, lovely. And we're going to screw that into here like so. So again, I'm just going to make sure that that's through there. Oops. and screw that into position. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to connect the two parts together. So we've got the helmet sort of section, and then like this is a quite heavy section here, but can you see, once obviously we've got that on and then that, I suspect that something is gonna, if it's not going to sensor up here, it's gonna light up something. But I'm just intrigued about that hole, you know. There must be, I don't like seeing empty spaces, you know. So we're going to get this part here. We're going to feed up the little rounded part. You want the round part facing towards this part here, and we're going to cement that into the two posts here. So as you can see, that then sits into there snug, and we're going to get our 2.16 screws this time, and that's going to go into the lovely bit up here. So again, I'm just going to make sure that's on the screwdriver like so. This screwdriver is not magnetised very well, so I'm going to have to get that magnetised, and then we're going to screw that in, get that all lovely. Now I need to get some more 3-in-1 oil, because normally for that I would, with like the metal parts, I would use the 3-in-1, but I think they're going quite in quite nicely without the, you know, the screws and that. So yeah, okay, lovely. So let's secure this part in now. Lovely, look at that. Oh wow, very nice. That is gorgeous. So as you can see, when you turn it upside down, you've got the little connection part there, and something, as I said, there must be something in there, because that sensor's now buried sort of in this top section, which makes me think that something is going to illuminate. I think possibly up this part here, but we'll have to wait and see. Righty ho, so let's move on to one last little stage that we're going to be doing, and this is the little face now, I should imagine. And oh, it's the mask, they say. So as you can see, this is die cast as well, it is metal, and we're going to get this lovely little visor part. You've got a pin there and a pin here. They're just going to fit into these two holes, but you want this, see, you want the sort of silver part facing downwards, and that's going to go into here like so. And if you find that they come loose, you could always like put a bit of glue on it if you wanted to, but I'm finding that that's sitting in there quite snug. But I would be tempted to tack that with a little bit of glue at the back of it. It's entirely up to you. I probably will, because as we know with push fits, they don't like to stay in the place. So yeah, that now completes that issue of Megasord. I can't wait to get into the next issue. There might be a little bit of a break now, because I'm still waiting for the next pack to come in. So there might be a little bit of a gap in videos, but as soon as that comes in, it will be on the channel. And as always, if you want to get this beautiful build for yourself, then you can subscribe to the collection at fanhome.com, and I will link in the description of the video for you. But that is Megasord Go-Go Power Rangers with the lovely helmet and part of the mask. So if we was to put that, you can get a sort of rough idea of how that's going to work, because you're going to have like these are like the eyes sections. They're like basically there, so they will fit, I should imagine, something like that. And then once you've got like this helmet, because there's going to be a silver section through there, and then that little point, that'll go something like that once the other part's in. So that's going to look really cool. About the same sort of size as Optimus Prime's head, I think. But yeah, that's going to look epic. So obviously we've got a bit that goes in there before we can connect that up. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tapping that ring-a-ding-dong bell, make sure they're set to all so that you can never miss a video. And also subscribe to the channel. It's completely free of charge, so hit that subscribe button. Until next time, that's been Megasord, brought to you by Fan Home. Thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.